As part of this workshop, you've been provided a number of pre-made Toonshader setups. How you'd want to use those is by appending them into your file. To do so, you just need to go to File, Append, go to the location where they've been appended from, or where they've been downloaded, and for example, I'll select this, and you could append just the materials, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to append the scene to my file here. What I've done is I've just appended the scene, and it came in here as scene number 4. And what you'll find is if we go into rendered view, voila, we can see this shader in action. Now, where this becomes very useful is we can see exactly how this shader is being used and how it's being set up. If we go onto the object that the shader is applied to, for example, you'll see that it has a subdivision surface modifier, and if we go into its shader editor, we will get the material setup right here. And these sets of material shaders are very simple, and they're not too different from what I showed you in the custom setup video, but the main difference is that this artist has gone through and fine-tuned it for types of lighting and effects that he wants. So where he's created a number of alternating bands, that's creating different ripples of lighting on the object. So if we just move the lighting around, you'll see that it does change quite dramatically, and it starts to look like a metallic reflection on the object. But now that this is in this file, I can actually hop into any of my scenes that I have set up, and I can apply this. This was called the simple Toonshader. So I'll go scroll down, and voila, we can find our objects and apply that shader. Those are the easier ones to use. The more complicated ones to use are going to be the hatching shaders. You'll need to do a couple of things on your objects if you want them to work, and be careful on really complex objects for this. It will definitely have better results with simpler things or objects like your character model. If we add, for example, Suzanne the monkey into our scene, we can use this as a nice example. At the moment, Suzanne has no materials, and we can go through the list and find this material and apply it to Suzanne. It was Little Hatches 3, but you'll notice that Suzanne has no outline, and what makes this work so well with the sphere is definitely the outline. To ensure that Suzanne gets that, what you'll need to do is, if you notice on the sphere there are actually 2 material slots. You'll need to, on Suzanne, add another material slot, and we'll add that same outline material. So the outlines is 42. There's still no setup here for the outline, and that's because the sphere actually has a modifier present on it. And all we need to do is select our monkey, shift-click, select our sphere, and go to Object, and we can link and copy the modifiers. And once those modifiers are copied, you'll see that Suzanne the monkey has her outline. And what that is actually from is a solidify modifier that has inverted and given a 3D thickness here to the edges. So if we increase that, you'll increase the line weight. Now, this is where it can get a little bit heavy, so if this is a really complex object, this modifier may just take some time to load. But it definitely warrants a bit of experimentation, because once you have it in place, you'll find the results can be extremely nice. I highly recommend you do experiment some with it, because some of these shaders are fantastic.